Okay, this is video number 1, and we have hit new project, and you get a choice of templates. Now, we're going to work in millimeters. They also give you feet and inches and meters, but we're going to work in millimeters, and we all know that there is 10 millimeters in a centimeter. Well, I'm hoping we know that. So we'll click on the millimeters template, and it'll take a little while to come up. And we have this very stylish young lady here who's obviously a designer. She's got the designer specs on, and we're going to select our, over here on this left hand side of the screen we have a number of tools. Likewise, we have a number of selections over the right hand side as well. We're going to learn how to use this program in bite-sized chunks so that we don't get too lost. The first thing you need to do is get rid of the designer, and you click on the selection tool over here, and if you hover over these tools, it tells you what they do. So when we hover over this arrow, it's select. So click on that, and then we click on the lady, and to get rid of her, you guessed it, hit the delete key, top right hand corner of the keyboard, and she is gone. Now over this right hand side here, you've got a number of choices here. You do have the instructor, which is a little hat there that'll tell you what each tool is doing when you select it. So if you want to keep that open, you can do that, and that can be quite helpful, giving you little hints along the way. And then this one here that I've got my little hand hovering over at the moment is called views, and if you click it, it will give you a number of options that you can choose for the views. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of my instructor module, and we're just going to go, what have I done here? I've clicked on something else. We're going to get rid of our instructor, and we're just going to select our views tab. Now with the views tab, you can get a number of views. I'm going to select a back view to start with. So when we select the back view, you can see that we've got a y-axis and an x-axis, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a tool called the rectangle tool. If you hover over it, it says rectangle. Pretty simple really. You select it, and when you come up over here, you click in the corner, and as you drag your mouse out, you get a green square appearing. Now the stock that we're going to be using is 6 millimeters by 6 millimeters. So if you go down here at the moment, you've got 218 by 184. So that's way bigger than we need. So if I don't do anything now except click 6 on my keyboard, and then a comma, and then a 6, and hit enter, you might think that our square has disappeared, but that's because it's really small. So if you get 2 fingers and you swipe slowly down on your mouse pad, what will happen is it will zoom you in. So let's just try and zoom out. Oh, I haven't hit enter yet, sorry. Yes. We get on the screen. If we mouse down, it will start to zoom in. If you start to lose what's on the screen, what you need to do is down the bottom of the tool bar down here, you've got a hand, and you can actually move the screen to where you want to see it with your hand. So you can see here, this hand is moving me around. You want to try and keep that origin point in the center of the screen, okay? Don't get it too far out of your way. If you ever do get lost, you can quite often just click back on one of these views, and it'll take you back to somewhere where you understand where you are, okay? So that's a hint that you should know. Like I said, 2 fingers gently sweeping down, it will zoom you in, and as your origin starts to go off the screen, you can just drag it back. So when you want to drag it back, push down on the mouse and drag your hand to the left. Push down on the mouse, drag your hand to the left, and there is your 6 by 6 square. Now I'm going to make a bridge for this demonstration that's shorter than the one you're going to be designing for this bridge competition or this bridge building week that we're doing. But what we're going to do is I'm going to select this view here, which is the back left ISO view. It's sort of like an angled view, and you can see that that's an angled view. You've got your X going that way, and a Y and a Z axis. So what you can do now, we're going to use a really good tool. So we've learned the rectangle tool, and we've learned how to put a measurement in. With the push-pull tool, it's this one here. Push it, and when you click on the actual shape, you can see all those little pimples appearing. If you hold down the mouse now and drag out, your bar starts to come out to the length you want. Now I want my bridge, when I eventually build it, we're not going to do it in this video, to be 40 centimeters. How many mils in 40 centimeters? You guessed it, 40 times 10, add a 0, it's 400 millimeters. So I put 400 into this little box here, down on the bottom right hand side, put 400 in, hit enter, and boom, we've got it. So now what we might want to do is we might want to just grab our views bar again, and I'm going to pick this one here, which is, when you hover over it, should tell you what it is. It's the left view, and we've got a piece of stock now that's exactly the length that we want, which is great. And if you want to see the whole thing, we can use our hand tool to bring us over it, and it is still way too big for the screen. So what you can do is get your 2 fingers, put them on the actual mouse pad of your computer, your school computer, and just sweep them up slowly. And as you sweep them up, you actually zoom out. You'll be able to see that is your piece of stock, or your first piece of stock that you can use to build a bridge. And that is like a piece of balsa wood that's going to be given to you in your kit, 6 by 6 and whatever length you need. In this case, it's 40 centimeters long. Okay, that's your first video. You've learned how to use the rectangle tool, and we'll just do that one more time. So we'll go end view, and you can see the end of that piece we just made. I select a rectangle tool, I draw my rectangle. I want the size that I want. This one's 17 by 17, so you can tell by looking down in the bottom right hand corner of your screen where it says dimensions. I am going to click on 6, 6, which means it's going to be 6 by 6, and hit enter. And there it is there. Now it looks to you like it's smaller than this one here, which was 6 by 6. You might be saying, well, why is that smaller? It's actually further away from you. Okay, so it's set back further in the screen. And if we get our view and have a look at it from above, you'll be able to see, click our view above. Let's grab our, you probably won't be able to see it from above because we haven't done our push-pull on it yet. So let's do our push-pull on it first of all. But you can see it's further back from that red line there. So if we zoom in a little bit, so I'm going to drag my 2 fingers down on the mouse pad and then drag this across, 2 fingers down, drag this across, and then I'm going to grab my push-pull tool and I'm going to pull it this way, and I'm going to make this one 20 centimeters, so 200. You can see down at the bottom right hand corner of the screen 200 has appeared. Hit enter, and now we should have 2 pieces of stock. So I will just scan us out a little bit, and there they are there. One's 20 centimeters and one's 40 centimeters. And that's how you use the rectangle tool and the push-pull tool. 2 tools down, many more to go. Hope that helps. Have a go at it.